Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Saleshandy's Cold Email Masterclass. As always, I'm Sanjana, a cold emailing expert at Saleshandy. So, in lesson 3, we learned about how to set up your email account for higher deliverability and successful cold emailing. Now, let's discuss about the importance and the use of follow-up emails. In lesson 4, we will learn about the following things. Lesson 4 is divided into 2 parts. So, here is what we're going to learn in lesson 4. What is a follow-up email? Why send follow-up emails? 6 steps to write a perfect follow-up email, and when you should send a follow-up email. All right, so let's start from the definition of follow-up email. A follow-up email is an email you send after a particular point in the cold emailing process to get a reply and turn a prospect into an opportunity. Follow-up emails are usually a part of a series of emails that are sent out over time. Each email builds on the previous one and provides more information or a stronger call to action. The goal is to keep the conversation going with the prospect and move them closer to taking action. These types of emails can be used in various use cases and situations, and they are a crucial part of any lead generation strategy. So if you're looking to boost your conversions, think about adding follow-up emails to your cold emails. But did you know that the probability of getting a response actually increases the more follow-up emails you send? According to this graphic, the likelihood of getting a response goes up significantly after sending 4 follow-up emails. This means that having a consistent follow-up strategy is really important. Don't be afraid to send a few extra emails to ensure your message gets through. And who knows, with a little patience, you might get the response you're looking for. Let's find out why follow-up emails are so effective. There are actually several reasons why follow-ups can be a powerful tool in your lead generation and sales strategy. First, follow-ups can help build gradual trust among prospects. By consistently reaching out and showing that you're interested in their business, you can establish a sense of reliability and professionalism. Follow-ups can also increase conversion rates. By staying in touch with prospects and providing them with additional information or resources, you can help move them closer to making a purchasing decision or taking action. Follow-ups are also a great way to filter your prospects and narrow down unqualified leads. By consistently engaging with prospects, you can better understand which ones are truly interested in your product or service and which ones may not be a good fit. Follow-ups can also be a good source of future referrals. By consistently providing value to your prospects, you can build positive relations that may lead to them recommending your business to others. The next reason follow-ups are so effective is that they can help build your organization's credibility. You can establish your business as a trusted and reliable source by consistently showing that you're interested in your prospects and willing to go the extra mile to provide them with valuable information. Finally, follow-ups can help set you apart from your competitors. By consistently engaging with prospects and providing value, you can differentiate yourself from other businesses in your industry and stand out in the minds of your prospects. So now let's move on to why you should send follow-up emails. Let's see how successful follow-ups are key to winning, so don't be afraid to send a few extra emails. Have you ever sent a cold email and never heard back? It can be extremely frustrating, right? Well, one of the best ways to increase your chances of getting a response is to follow up. Follow-ups are essential because they ensure your cold emails don't get lost in the shuffle. With so many emails flooding our inboxes every day, it's easy for a cold email to get overlooked. But by following up, you're giving the recipient a reminder or a prompt to go back and check out the email that you sent. Also, here's the thing. Cold emails are often ignored. People tend to prioritize business emails over cold emails. So it's important to be persistent, go the extra mile, and follow up a few times as a reminder to get what you're looking for. Here we'll review a quick example of writing a follow-up email. As we know, the follow-up email is a message you send after an initial communication, usually to check in, provide additional information, or request a response. Here we are just reminding the prospect and taking follow-up on the previous email. Here we make sure that if the prospect has not read through the email, he does it this time to take action. Remember to be polite and professional, and always provide value to the recipient. Now let's try to understand why aren't prospects responding in the first place. First of all, one of the possible reasons could be that the identity of the sender appears sketchy. If your email address or the name in your email signature looks unfamiliar or untrustworthy, it's likely that the prospect will be hesitant to engage with your message. Another possible reason is that the prospect may feel like responding to your email will take up too much of their time and effort. This could be due to the length of your message or the number of questions you're asking. Another factor to consider is the prospect's workload and context. If they're already overwhelmed with other tasks, they might not have the bandwidth to respond to your email right away. The urgency of your message can also play a role. If it's not a pressing matter, the prospect might feel like they have more time to get back to you. On the other hand, if your message is urgent and requires a timely response, they may be more likely to get back to you sooner. Finally, the number of recipients in the email thread can also impact the prospect's response time. If many people are included in the conversation, they may feel like someone else will take care of it or that their input isn't necessary. Now that we know how important it is to send follow-up emails, let us talk about how to write the perfect follow-up email. So in step 1, which is the subject line, this is the first thing your prospects will look at when they receive your email. So it is important to make it catchy and relevant. Try to include a specific action or benefit in the subject line to grab the reader's attention. By the way, since all of your emails will be in one single thread, your initial subject line should be very, very strong. Step 2 is the opening. Start your email by addressing the prospect by name and reminding them of the context of your previous conversation or interaction. This helps to establish a connection and show that you value their time. Step 3 introduces you to the email body. The body. In the main part of your email, get to the point very quickly and clearly. Explain the purpose of your message and how it will benefit the prospect. If you mention an event or topic in the opening, be sure to reference it here. Step 4, which is the call to action. End your email with a clear and specific request for the prospect to take some kind of action, whether it's visiting a website, scheduling a call, or something else. Step 5 is the closing. Before you sign off, thank the prospect for their time and consideration. Let them know that you're looking forward to their response. Step 6 is the signature. Be sure to include your name and contact information in your email signature so the prospect knows who you are and how to get in touch with you. So now that we've discussed the anatomy of a follow-up email, let's dive a little deeper into every step. The first step in your follow-up email is that you need to determine your objective and communicate it to your prospect. Before you start writing, take a moment to think about what you want to accomplish with each and every email. Do you want to schedule a call, request a meeting, or just touch base with your prospect? Whatever your objective may be, it's important to be clear and specific about it. Continuing our discussion, now let's ensure that your initial email's subject line is attention grabbing. It's important to remember that the subject line is the first thing your prospect will see when they receive your email, so it's crucial to make it catchy and relevant. According to a study by Harvard Business Review, around 47% of emails end up getting discarded by users because of subject lines. That's a significant number, and you don't want your emails to be a part of it. So how can you ensure that your subject lines stand out? Here are a few tips. Include a specific action or benefit in the subject line to grab the reader's attention. For example, discover the secret to boosting sales in 30 minutes, or get a free consultation on increasing website traffic. Here are a few things that can help you write the perfect subject line. Personalize as much as possible. Adding the recipient's name or some sort of personalizing element relevant to them can help your email feel more personal and relevant. It's also important to keep it short and to the point. Aim for around 9 words and 60 characters if possible. This helps to ensure that your subject line will be visible to the recipient's inbox and won't get cut off on mobile devices. Next we have is that you should try to include intriguing questions. Asking a question in your subject line can help pique the reader's curiosity and encourage them to open your email. The next thing you want to do is you want to optimize the length of your subject line for mobile users. With more and more people accessing their email on their phone, it's important to make sure that your subject line looks good even on a small screen. Lastly, A/B test subject lines to figure out which one is yielding a higher open rate. Experiment with different subject lines to see which ones are the most effective at getting your emails open. Step 3 is that when you're sending a follow-up email, it's important to establish a connection with the recipient and remind them of the context of your previous conversation or interaction. This helps to show that you value their time and that you're not just sending a generic mass-produced message. One way to do this is to include a unique identifier, a personal connection, or a common interest in your email. This could be something like a shared professional experience, a mutual friend, or a shared hobby. By providing some form of context, you're more likely to get a response and build a stronger relationship with your prospect. Step 4 is all about strengthening your value. In order to get a response, you should strengthen your value. One of the main reasons that emails don't get a response is that they lack value for the recipient. If you keep sending emails to prospects that don't offer any benefit or advantage, they are likely to ignore them. So, how can you make sure your emails are valuable to your prospects? Here are a few tips. Focus on the prospect's needs and interests. Think about what your prospect cares about and how your message can help them. Offer solutions to their problems or challenges that the prospect is facing. If you can provide valuable insights or solutions to problems that the prospect is struggling with, they're more likely to be interested in what you have to say. Provide useful or interesting information, whether it's a report, a case study, or even a news article. Try to include content that will be meaningful or helpful to the prospect. Step 5 is all about adding a call to action. If your emails don't have a clear and specific request for the recipient to take some kind of action, you're less likely to get the results you desire. This is where a call to action comes in. A call to action is a specific instruction or request that tells the recipient what they should do next. It could be something like, click here to schedule a demo, or reply to this email to learn more. The key is to make it easy for the recipient to take action and to be clear about what you want them to do. But it's not just about having a call to action. It's also about making it compelling. Your call to action should be strong and convincing, and it should clearly convey the benefit or value that the recipient will receive by taking that particular action. The final step in sending your follow-up emails is to automate your sequence. If you're sending follow-up emails manually, it can be time-consuming and resource-intensive. That's where automation comes in. By using a cold emailing automation tool like Saleshandy, you can streamline your follow-up process and save time and effort. Automation tools can help you schedule your emails in advance, track response rates, and analyze the effectiveness of your follow-up sequence. Let's see how Saleshandy automates your workflow. With Saleshandy, you can send automated follow-up cycles that will send emails at predetermined intervals until you get a response. This way, you don't have to remember to send follow-up emails manually, and you can be sure that you're staying in touch with your prospects. Saleshandy allows you to set up triggered actions that will automatically send an email based on a specific event or condition. For example, you could set up a trigger to send a follow-up email if the recipient clicks on a link of your initial email. It also includes a range of merge tags that you can use to personalize your emails with the recipient's name, company, location, and other information. This helps make your email feel more personal and relevant. Saleshandy also offers a time zone feature. Automation allows you to set up your follow-up emails to be sent at a specific time based on the recipient's time zone. This helps to ensure your emails are delivered at a convenient time for your recipient. Saleshandy provides detailed analytics on your email campaigns, including open rates, click-through rates, and response rates. This allows you to track the effectiveness of your follow-up sequence and make the required adjustments as needed. The last prominent feature when it comes to follow-up emails in Saleshandy is a bounce guard. Saleshandy includes a bounce guard feature that helps to ensure that your emails are delivered successfully and don't get caught in the spam filters. So this concludes lesson 4, part 1. In the next part of this lesson, we're going to be discussing when exactly you should be sending follow-up emails. See you in the next part of this lesson.